Hey, Dwayne, I see you're enjoying that new climbing wall I installed.
さよ。
I am really glad you like it.
嫌いじゃない。嫌いなの WA 君だけだ。
Okay, good deal, buddy. Listen, I know it's been a while and there's nothing I can do to make up for leaving you here alone for so long, but what if I remodeled your kitchen for you too?
シンクで溺れさせて MOKANA。
Okay, great. I promise I'll do that sometime today.
くんじえ後ろの ANANI 落ちればのに。ははは。
That Dwayne, what a guy. Gotta love him. But, anyways, today we find ourselves back in the heart of our base area. In a center section here, we've got our storage room, which will house all of our building blocks and other buildy things. On this end, we will have our crafting room, which we will keep our, we'll have crafting tables, smithing tables. We'll have a big furnace set up for smelting, brewing setup, things like stone cutters. We may have a little kitchen area or something here for crafting food, etc. But on the other end is what we're going to focus on today. So, to kick off our eternal quest for stuff, I just want to have a bunch of passive farms on this end that are always running, slowly gathering some resources for me that I will be able to use on projects later down the road. And this is just to get us started. Most of these farms I will eventually want to expand and have separate builds for once I need them to be producing at a higher volume. But I want this thing to look like a cross between the inside of a factory from the Industrial Revolution and a website from like 1997. So just complete chaos. There'll be enough room to walk around, but I really want to cram as many farms into this room as I possibly can. So that is the plan for today, but before we get into that, I've got to make good on a promise to my best friend. Well, what do we have here? Huh? Hey, D-Money, you just gonna let this box sit here?
なぜ私の家にいるのですか？
Alright, don't worry about it, I got it. It's not enough, I gotta pay for it, I gotta put it together too. Whatever. Alright, here we go. Let's see if we have any assembly instructions. Yep. And... Alright. Super helpful. First things first, every kitchen needs a refrigerator. So let's set that up real quick. And this one comes with a built-in shelving unit on the side for a little extra storage. Hopefully Dwayne will enjoy that. A little bit across the top, and of course the handle. And then this model comes with a little island that goes in the center of the kitchen, complete with cutting board and storage, and even a decorative plant. And around the top of the room, we've got some built-in upper cabinets. And we can't have uppers without lowers. Complete with sink, faucet, decorative dish towel. Oh, that's gotta go, I guess. Decorative dish towel, an additional cutting board, and oop, little decoration there on the end. And last but not least, we got Dwayne a top of the line gas stove top. Actually, I don't know if Dwayne cooks or not. Probably should have asked him. That's fine. That's the thought that counts. He will appreciate it. Also got a decorative hood to go over the top. And I believe that is it. Oh, that's a problem. Nope, that's fine. Dwayne will love it. I'm sure of it. Right, Dwayne? You want to come in here and see your new kitchen?
お尻をしゃぶれ。
Okay, buddy. He loves it. Alright, so in addition to what's already here, we will be adding the following farms to our farm room here. I got we'll call it a production note from a rather discerning viewer that I need to do more building. Because this, I guess, sprung out of the ground. But anyways, what I did was I went to my creative build world. I came up with my own designs for all of these farms. They're not efficient, they're not good, but they are farms, and I stand by that. Um, but to make it easier to build on camera is I spent like a couple days putting together a parts list for each one of these farms, and then I've broken them all down into each one's got their little kit. So hopefully it'll be like putting Legos together, and we can get it knocked out pretty quickly. But let's see what we can do here. All right, we're gonna dive in here with this pumpkin and melon farm. Let's grab all of the ingredients. We're gonna start with our collection system, which I believe would have been here. Guess we can get rid of that barrel as well. Got a chest here. Hoppers. As such. This will be farmland, and in the center we've got some mud. So we're going to put a water source there. Till these, and they will become our farmland. The observer will face the farmland, or the stem. We've got a piston here, and then we've got glass around the side. You silk touch, yes. Just so the melons or pumpkins don't pop out and get lost. Melon over there, pumpkin over here, and the last glass block, block, and redstone. And that is our finished pumpkin and melon farm. Yay, I'm doing it. All right, let's move on to the hanging roots farm. This one I'm just going to build on top of the existing platform here. Which way do we want this to face? Okay, and then I think that's right. This is why I don't build on camera. Then we'll have a dispenser facing down like that into rooted dirt with a button. And that is our rooted dirt farm, but I also discovered that this setup essentially works for a glowberry farm as well. Yep, that's right, I'm awesome. We do that. Ooh, this is gonna be tricky. Okay, like that. I believe that is it. I believe that works. And if I believe it, then it is so. What's all the clicking? It's fine, we're already off to a great start. But I don't have bone meal in here right now. I do have bones. All right, so as you can see, it works as a hanging roots farm, but if we take our glowberries and sneak that in there, then it also works as a glowberry farm. It's obviously not passive. I will have to be in here farming it, but I think that's a pretty smart little farm, huh? Let's move on. And snow farm. Got a double chest here with a hopper leading into it. Gonna put another hopper on top of that, followed by a wall, block here, and then place a rail with a hopper minecart on the rail. Nudge it just a little bit, and then we can break that rail. Yep, good job, great job even. Gonna put, nope, not glass, slabs. And another slab. On top of those slabs will go glass and the wall as well. And then finally, we can place in the snow golem. Perfect. And that should work pretty flawlessly, as all of my farms would, naturally. But I found that the biggest issue with snow farms is because you mine them a whole lot faster than a hopper can pick it up. So this hopper minecart gives you a little bit of a buffer to pick up a lot of that bulk that gets collected at one time. So you don't overflow quite as fast. You still will eventually if you're mining for very long, but it works. I'm a genius. Oh, I'm starting to have a little trouble. Could you kelp me out? Huh? A little kelp humor there today. Let's see. Go ahead and break this. Start out with a dirt block. That's what our kelp will be planted on. Got glass on either side. And on the back, we just need block. On top of that, we'll go a piston as such. Another block behind that. I got it. I got it. I got it. Do not panic. Redstone. An observer goes there. Yes. Great job, me. And then build up the glass on the sides. Chest goes there. A hopper on top. Like that. This is just to keep the kelp in. Yep. Break that. Well, that's gone forever. So let's place our water and our kelp. And then another water and another water. So that flows over the hopper and into the chest. Brilliant. All right, you're going to have to bear with me on this basalt farm because it's one of the more convoluted farms we've got today. I know we've got stairs there, furnace here. I believe we've got more stairs there. Chest here. Hopper here. There. Block. Redstone there and there. Observer there. Repeater acquired and placed. Very fine. We got blocks here and also here and there. But also soul sand in the ground. Yes. Blue sand here. Block there. And then we should be able to put the also block there. The lava on top. Okay, so it's working now. You'll see that obviously. And I forgot this block is obsidian. So the way this will work, it sort of shuts itself off, but you come up here and mine the obsidian down there. And then this one, and it'll start a loop. And I just have to hope that that obsidian doesn't break with this Fortune 5 pick like that. Okay, so I'll have to come up with some. I'm stuck in the farm. It's fine. Maybe I'll just have a pick without efficiency on here. Did I say fortune? Oh, I'm frazzled. Don't make me build on camera. I hate this. I'm the worst at it, but yeah, the farm works. I just need a worse pick to use it. Yay. Efficiency 4 seems to be the sweet spot. So I think we might make up a pick specifically just for this one farm. Because I've been doing this for a few minutes and haven't broken the obsidian yet. So I think this will work out fine. And now we're going to build a pretty sweet berry farm. Huh? Nothing? Okay. Dirt goes here. And we need some blocks that will go here, here, and here. For that one. Lever on the front. The torches go here and here. And that goes there. Should eventually burn itself out. Do I have? I've got some bone meal. All right, and we need a sweet berry. And go. And go. Aha, I knew it. I can just hold right click. Oh no. Probably on another. It's working. It's working. Look, it's working. I just don't know how to turn it on and off. But it still works. That's user error, not the machine. Alright, we got two farms going in here side by side, both for bees, one for honeycomb, one for honey bottles. Firstly, we're going to work on the honeycomb because of all the copper stuff we've been working on. We've got a pretty dire need for that. We've got a observer facing into the beehive, and then another one looking down with redstone on top. That should be that farm essentially done. We just got to place the beehive in, but we'll go ahead and place the glass that will surround it. Keep the bees inside. And shears go in there, but I don't have shears on me. I'll have to make some. Then on this side, we've got on both sides. Oh no, I'm a hopper short. And there we go. So on the back of this beehive, we're gonna have a block. Put a block right there just for right now to place off of. We're gonna have a slab, a slab here. Did I miscount again? Heavens to Betsy, what is wrong with me? It's orange, it looks the same. So going into that, we're gonna have a dispenser facing down. On the bottom, we've got a comparator coming out with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 redstone. So that will only activate when the bee hive, these are bee nests, when the bee nest gets to full honey power. So in this dispenser, we will place a pair of shears to collect the honeycomb. And in this dispenser, we have to fill every slot with glass bottles. I'll have to make some more, obviously, but that's what I've got for right now. Should be enough to get us started. And then we should be safe to place in our beehives. Okay. And beehive. Where'd they go? Oh, I got a honey bottle. But where's my bees? I hear them. I'm a little worried I don't have bees in these beehives. I was going off of a data pack I've got that shows beehive data, like how many bees are in it and the honey level. But I have not seen a bee come out since I placed them down. They should be able to come out. There's an air block in front of it. Aha! Signs of life. And we've got our first honeycomb as well. And I'm going to go ahead and do something with this, because I have been hitting these with the axe every time I pass. We'll go ahead and wax that one. And that up there. Nailed it. And that one. I've got one more. Yeah, still got one more. That's fine. My house is like this as well. It slowly turns blue over time, and then I have to scrape the oxidation off. Look, it's everywhere. Get to work, bees. And the last thing on the list for the farm room is this bamboo sugarcane farm. It's going to be like the feature piece for this room because it's going to take up this whole back wall. So let's get started on that. All right, we need a line of blocks right here. A line of blocks at this level all the way across. And some redstone. We need to place our pistons. Do that and that. And we got to place our dirt all the way across. And we need a collection system. Whoops. Then we need 2 chests. Like a so, and then our hoppers facing inwards like that. Then some powered rails all the way across. Go ahead and place down our plants. Do sugarcane on. Oh, gotta have water. And bamboo on this side. Did I miss one? I sure did. Oh boy, what a mess I'm making here. If for whatever reason you decide you want to build this farm in your world, I would recommend putting the water in before the farm is done. All right, now we can place that sugarcane in. Ta-da! Place down our hopper minecart. And the only thing left is to close this bad boy in. Oh, it works, but we're not done yet. Hang on, you're being impatient. Bloop, perfect. And that is that farm done. At least functionally, I do intend to come back and decorate all these farms to have somewhat of a cohesive style. I did try to use copper for whatever trapdoors and slabs and stairs I had in these farms, because it's going to be, like I said, sort of like a industrial revolution, just machinery and chaos and I feel like we've also got all the other copper stuff coming in the next update, so that'll help add some decoration options for this room. But it won't always look like stone and dirt. But if you thought these were the only farms we were doing in this episode, you would be wrong. So I made this iron farm almost immediately after episode 2, and it's just been sitting up here chugging along doing its thing, but as you can see, it is a blight upon this land. This farm works based on the gathering or meeting mechanic as opposed to the frightened mechanic, so it requires 5 villagers as opposed to 3 and a zombie. But it's been a good passive farm just to have set up in a world. We've used it before on Kingcraft. But it has this issue of you can't really decorate around it, so you've just got this giant open wound on the landscape. So I want to use the same type of farm here, but go up. First, I tried to come up with something that was floating off the ground, and it would throw the iron down to be collected. But I don't even know what you call this style, but I just decided this doesn't really fit in with anything else we have going on right now. So then I thought about something like a totem pole where I could squeeze the farm into one of the segments of the totem pole. And then I started building and decided that wasn't the right route to go. But don't you worry, I came up with something. All right, the boys are ready. It's moving day, boys. I've never really used these furnace minecarts. I thought now would be a good opportunity to see what they will do. Send it home. Oh no. Oh, we just lost one. Yeah. That didn't go terribly, unless they're all dead up here now. Alright, gotta get the straggler. I present to you
The Golem Pole.
because this is like totem pole, but golem. And look at that, it's already working. So this isn't going to be any better than this farm was, but it takes up less floor space and it gives us a nice vertical sight line in this otherwise pretty flat area we've got going here. And the beauty of this is that I can put another one in that corner and double my rates. I will need more villagers, but speaking of villagers, I've got a couple other new additions. Here, we've got a mending villager. So that's a big part of the reason I wanted to go ahead and get these farms done is the sugarcane, because I trade paper with him to get emeralds to then get mending books back from him. But also, when I first brought the villagers over here for the original iron farm, I brought 3. I brought a boat filled with villagers, and then I had my boat. This one was being pulled by a lead behind me from a village just up there on that hill. Show a little clip of that now. But one of them, this guy, just disappeared. He ran over that hill and I tried chasing him and I could never find him. I lost him. Then one day I was over here chopping down trees and I saw... Oh, poor squid. Saw a villager over here on top of my barrels. Looked like a fisherman. And I'm assuming, because I hadn't lost any villagers out of the iron farm and that guy was still there, that the guy that had just run off and survived, no, 20 to 30 nights out by himself had wandered back over here and found the barrels. But this is him. So we've got... Oh! Sorry. We've got 2 villagers, this guy and our mending villager, to start the new farm without having to mess with the guys that are already up there. I don't know how quickly we'll do that. This farm has done pretty well as far as giving me the iron that I need. But with that, I'm pretty well farmed out, and I'm sure you guys are too, so I think we will call it there for today, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye!